Hey guys, Tim here again, and what I'm going to do, I've got this target set up and I'm going to be shooting from way back over here. I'm going to range it at exactly 500 yards. Uh, I never have done a lot of long range rifle rifle stuff, but I'm going to try it. Where I'm from, you can get away with using a pistol. It's so brushy. You know, pistol's good for just about anything, and I love pistols. But I'm gonna try this long range rifle shot, about 500 yards. According to the research I did online and the different ballistics charts I've read, I'm supposed to be shooting nearly 40 inches high to hit on zero over here. That hasn't been my experience out in the field. I shot an elk at 300 yards and I aimed about 4 inches high, thinking that I was going to have to adjust for drop. Well, at 300 yards, my shot was 4 inches high, just over the heart on that elk. And so that's been my experience with the 243, which I'm shooting right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a group of 5 shots according to the ballistics charts and paperwork and research that I've done. And then I'm going to shoot 5 shots according to my experience out in the field, and I'll be able to know if the research that I've done is wrong, because if I'm going to be shooting that high, then I'm going to be way over the target. So if I'm on target and I'm right where I should be, or just a little bit low, I'll know I'll know that my experience out in the field is correct. Either way, we're gonna find out. The 243 is one of my favorite cartridges, long range cartridges. That and the 6.5 Swede. So anyhow, that's what we're gonna do. The scope that I'm using is a Burris, and the Burris full field 6.5 to 20, and it has cascading horizontal sight pattern. So you basically use each different cascading horizontal sight line of sight for your trajectory and your ballistics drop. I'm gonna try and make this shot. I did a 600-yard shot not too long ago on that same target, just up the hill a little more, and bullets dropped right around 40 inches. So let's see what they do at 500 yards. So guys, I gotta tell you, with this setup, man, it's so stable, and the scope is just awesome. 20 power scope. I set the reticle in the front for 500 yards. It's just like, this is too easy. You know, and plus I know the drop of this bullet. This is just going to be a piece of cake. I'm already just like, the target looks like the size of a big screen TV from here. So, all right, so here we go, 500 yards. Okay, that's my target. If you guys can see it, it's tiny and it's white, way down at the end there. All right, guys, our target is down there, and there it is, 500 yards away exactly. Okay, guys, I have identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 5 out of the 7 shots I fired. One's not bad. Man, I clearly need practice. It felt stable, but I'm not grouping very well. But I did get one vital, or near vital. It's a little bit off, but I'm very inexperienced. I'm very new to this. What this proves, guys, is an inexperienced long-range shooter like me can take a discontinued box store gun off the shelf that's on clearance for 240 bucks, and I can take a jeweler's file and work the trigger mechanism, make that trigger better, because this is the Axis One. It doesn't have the AccuTrigger, and but I can do that, and then I can come out here and completely dominate a 600-yard clear cut. You know, that's how good the technology is now. Just wanted to say thanks to my buddy Severo Rodriguez for painting this target for me and for giving me this experience. I need a lot more practice, but for a first time run, a shot like that, I mean, let's get more of those, but that's not bad for a first time shooter. And by first time shooter, I mean, I've never shot 500 yards before. I've always done, you know, 300. I think the furthest I've ever shot an animal was 350 yards. And that was really tough for me. I was using a totally different type of a rifle, but man, this sure does make it easy, this setup I've got here. Yeah, so what happened here, guys, is I shot at this target a couple times with 100 grain bullets, and they clearly dropped before they got to the target. But all my 80 grain bullets made it on the target, but I'm still a little bit low. I have 55 grainers that will probably make it on here, but I'm gonna have to try to figure this out and do some more math on this. Here's another great advantage, guys. I get kind of fat easy. I'm trying to lose weight. I just cannot do a stair step or a treadmill at the gym. It's so boring. But I can come up here and I can go up these hills, go down the hills, you know, just walk everywhere, and I'm probably burning the same amount of calories, and I'm enjoying myself and picking up new skills along the way. And the air's probably better. So here's a conundrum for you. When you're out here and you're in this really thick stuff and you have to go through all this to get to here, what happens if you run into your deer or your elk or your bear or cougar in here before you can even get to the clear cut? My plan that works for me is I carry a really trusty handgun that I know is accurate up to 70, 75 yards probably, and I'm gonna be solid clear all the way up to when I reach the edge of this clear cut. That's my plan. Do whatever works for you guys. If you've got a rifle that will cover both, that's great. I personally prefer to do it to take my my close-up shots open sights. Guys, I just wanted to let you guys know that all the researchers who had done all the ballistics coefficient tests over the years were right. I was wrong. A 243 bullet really does drop at 500 yards. It was crazy. I never would have thought. But I just wanted to show you guys the package that I built here. This is a Savage 243. It's really simple, and that's why I like it. It's got this plastic or carbon fiber stock, which doesn't warp in the rain, and we get a lot of rain and precipitation here. It was 240 bucks on clearance. They were trying to get rid of the A-bolt ones. Shoots great. 243, love the cartridge. It's a really light rifle. Has this adjustable bipod, so if I'm sitting on an unstable area, I can raise or lower one side or the other. Barrel is extremely accurate. The groups that I was getting at 500 yards was really great. Now the setup that I've got here is Burris gives you these stickers that you can put on the rifle where you can take quick notes and line up your crosshairs with your scope. And what's really cool about the scope is that it has multiple crosshairs, horizontal crosshairs. It's really a great rifle and a great package. The Burris scope and the Savage rifle work great together. It's, like I said, it's simple, it's easy, it's effective. I killed an elk with it at 300 yards, no issues whatsoever. So really great rifle, guys, and just wanted to let you know that yeah, I took that 500-yard shot, which is nothing for some people. For me, it is, because I don't shoot that far ever. It was a great experience. I saw that I kind of got to know this rifle a lot better than I ever have before, and I'm actually really impressed with it. So if I had to pick just one survival rifle to last me for the rest of my life, this would be it right here. I love the 243, and I love the Savage. This thing's extremely reliable. Really great setup. And one of the reasons I bring up the price of this rifle is 240 bucks on clearance, is that I really don't see the advantage to paying $1,500 or more, quite a bit more sometimes, for a CZ or a Tikka or a Weatherby. You know, these really expensive high-end rifles, when this simple rifle shoots as well as it does. When you're going to get as much accuracy and reliability out of a $250 rifle, I can't understand a reason why you would want to spend a lot more money for a rifle that may do a little bit better, but how could it do enough? How could it mitigate the cost difference between the rifles?